Hello everyone, welcome to Indicators Trader Boom and Crash. Indicators Trader Boom and Crash, the one and only channel where you can find a profitable strategy. And today we'll be talking about the price action entry of the IBS strategy. Remember, the IBS was one of the best strategy that I use in making a lot of money, and this is one of my top secrets I'll be exposing today, the price action entry, which I combine with the EMA10 to have a profitable trading system. So now I wouldn't want to make this video long. The last time we talked about the Bollinger Band, the Bollinger Band is also uh, nice, but I don't make use of that a lot because it only is, I only focus on buying with that strategy, and it's not that good for a small equity, that is small account of the $10, $20, $50. I don't like buying crash with small account, small equity. So that is why I don't make use of the Bollinger Band entry all the time. But if you have a bigger lot account, for those that have a bigger account, you can make use of the Bollinger Band. It's also powerful. So today we're talking about the price action entry of the IBS, one of the best of it all, combined with the EMA10 entry. So now we all know about the support and resistance. We trade using the support and resistance, which we as a trader you're supposed to know about that. So now you have to combine it to the IBS in this case. Remember, before you start trading, you have to know the direction of the trend using the 1 day, the 4 hours, and the rest of them. So now before you buy crash or you sell crash, you have to know the direction using the EMA10 to know the direction of the market. So before I trade any market, maybe I want to buy this market now, I have to see that the candles is above the EMA10, which is the yellow indicator, before I buy this market. So that is what I do. I basically do before I trade on the lower time frame of the 5 minutes. I have to know that the market is above. So since I know the market is up, that is above the EMA10, what I want to see is close like this, market close like this. So from this other candle here, that is where I start buying crash 500. So then it's the opposite, vice versa. If the market is below the candle, the EMA10, if the candle is below the EMA10, just like this from here, that is how I sell my crash on the lower time frame of the 5 minutes. Now let's set back to what I'm talking about. Selling this is very simple. It's not that difficult. I've explained a lot of things, that the market has to be above the pink indicator. If the candle is above at the higher time frame of the daily time frame, like this, if the candle is above, trending above this, is above like this, then what you want to see on the lower time frame is, on the lower time frame of the 5 minutes, is you want to see that the market is above the pink indicator, that is indicator 700, just like this. The market is above these. Sometimes for newbies it has to be above the 90, but I don't use that all the time. But mostly the pink one is okay for me, but the blue one gives me a higher confidence on how to place the trade. Now since I know the market is above the candle is above the EMA10, and now the market is floating on top of the 90 indicator, is the blue indicator is above. Now how to place entry using the price action, like I said, it's just a normal support and resistance. Now what I want to see is this, a break of the uh, previous resistance level here. This is a resistance level. I want to see a break. If the market breaks above it, just like this, market has broken above this previous resistance level. Now the resistance level now turns to support level. This level turns to support. This level turns to support. What I will do, I will wait for market to return back to this zone. before I take an entry. Like I said, it's very simple, just like your normal support and resistance. All you have to do is follow simple instruction. The market has to be above. That is the most important thing. Above this, above this. If the market is above, you're on the right track. You're on the right track. That is the best of it. You're on the right track. If the market is above these two moving averages, you're on the right track. Now, the next thing is your support and your resistance. Know the support and know the resistance. Like here, the market crashed down, it retraced back here, and this is a perfect resistant level for you to take an entry. Now, the next thing you want to do is, after you have noted down all these things, you have noted the 700 indicator, that is the moving average 700, the moving average 90. The next thing, you have noted your resistance level or your support level. If it's a buy, you note your resistance level. When wait for it to be broken. The resistance level have to be broken, just like this one that was broken. After the broken, you wait for retracement to this same zone. Remember, a resistance level is not just a line; it just has to is a zone. So you wait for it. After that, the next thing you want to see is retracement, just like what happened here. That was a big, huge retracement down to this same zone. Now, perfect aspect of it, the perfect aspect of it is here, where you have to wait for market to cross over the EMA 10. This is where I take my entry. I'm placing my stop loss at the previous zone level that was traced. You see, that is where I placed my stop loss. Then see what happened. The same thing occurred here again. The same thing occurred here. It happens all the time. So this is how I use the EMA 10 combined with the price action entry. This is one of my top secret. I didn't expose this one. This is one of my top secret that I've exposed to you. I use it in making a lot of money. So this is one of my top secret here. I'm just giving it out for free of charge. So if you have not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do where to subscribe, because this is the only place you can find profitability. I tell you the truth. I know you have not gotten so much subscribers, but if you follow up with what I'm talking about, remember I'm still talking about one strategy, which is the IBS strategy. I'm still emphasizing on that strategy. We have not gotten a lot of subscribers. That means we don't have a lot of persons making use of this. This is what I'm exposing. You can only find this on my YouTube channel. You can only find this. This is one of my top secret I'm exposing. So let's go back. You see the same thing happened. It happened here again. It happened here. You see here. It happened here. The same thing. Just wait for it. So immediately crosses over the EMA 10. Immediately crosses over the EMA 10. This is where I take my entry. Boom. And my stop loss below here. I take. Remember, if I give you a strategy, I'm giving you where to place your stop loss. That is the best of it all. Your stop loss is very important. Risk management is very important. No matter how profitable that strategy is, if you don't have a better risk management, you're gonna end yourself up. The same thing almost is like, yeah, I called here a little bit. You're called here. You're called here. Called here, where we have but it wasn't that profitable. It hit our stop loss around the zone. So it won't happen all the time. Remember, I always said that it won't happen all the time. The next thing you have to do is to focus on the next one, which is this. But you see, this thing was floating below this. You see it was floating below the blue indicator. That was why it was a little bit like it didn't work. That was why it didn't work that much. But if you want to be on a safer zone, you have to see the market float on top of this, on top of this, on top of this blue. That is the safest zone where I buy the crash. So that was why this didn't work like that. But it's at least we would have picked a little pips, and using a trailing stop loss, you make a little money from that. So that is how this thing works. That is how this thing works. Let's go for the selling opportunity. How to sell using this same method. Now, see, the selling one, like selling the crash, is not the same thing as buying the crash. There is a little slight difference in it. Now, what do you want to see? You want to go to the lower time frame and see that the market is floating below. Remember, the candles are floating below the EMA10. Then on the 5 minutes, you have to see it below this. The market is floating below this and floating below this. That is around this zone. That is where you know that the market is a downtrend. Now, let's see what I haven't seen anyone here. Let me see. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Yeah, right. This is it. This is it. This is the zone it happened now. If you want to sell crash using this method, all you have to do is note your first zone. This other one is also a zone, but I think if it gets out of this box, I don't consider it that much. I don't consider it. If it gets out of this yellow indicator, the blue indicator, that is indicator, the moving average 90. If it goes above that, I don't consider. So I always consider this one. Always consider this one, the one that is inside the indicator 90. That is around this zone. This is where I put it now. What do you want to see? You want to see the zone. This one broken. This is broken. This is broken. Now you want to see market retraced back to it, which was this thing that happened here. This broke out. Broke, retested. You see the sign. Just the same thing. Just the same thing. Opposite of that one. Just the same thing. Market crashed a little bit. A little bit. You have gotten some pips from this zone here. You have gotten some pips. Now let's go down to others. Now this is a perfect trending market. This market is a perfect trending market. You see this. What do you want to see? You want to see market break this zone. You want to see market break this zone, which occurred around this zone. Now you want to see market did not retest because it's out of the 90 indicator. The next zone you want to target is this one here. This zone here. You see that the market retraced back to that zone, back to this. You see what happened? A perfect one. Remember, it will not work every time. That is why you have to know your risk management. You have to know note your risk management. The market must be floating below, must float below the 90 indicator. This blue indicator is very powerful. You must see the market. That is a serious downtrend. That is a serious downtrend. You have to see the market. Now check again. It happened around this zone here. See, around this zone here, but it didn't get to it. It didn't get to it. It didn't get to it. A slight touch. It didn't get to it. Didn't get to it. That was the next place I would have placed around this zone. This is where I placed my entry. Now the next place is the target. This is above. This is it, the place, and this other one too, which we have talked about. The same thing happened. You see, the same thing happened. It happens all the time. You see, this is where to get to. This is where to get to. To get to that zone. Then I don't consider this all the time. I don't consider this. I won't enter this market because, but that is a zone anyway. But because it's out of the 90, I wouldn't consider that zone. The next place is this entry. We got this one right. You must wait to see the signal of the market. You must see a selling candle, which was this candle before you placed your sell. Remember that you must see a selling signal before you place a sell or a buy on that. This market, see, there was no this thing except for here, except for this one where we have the, but this wasn't deep. But it still occurred. Now there's something I want to tell you. If you have watched this video up to this extent, I know some person will just click on it and leave. This is the place I want to expose one of the thing I've not said in all the strategies. I want to expose it now. There is something we call the EMA twist. The EMA twist. I said this to my student a lot. The EMA twist is when you see the market is moving between the 90 indicator. You see that, you see the market moving within the 90 indicator, just like this. You don't need to sell, or just leave that market. That is a ranging market. That is how I know the market is ranging. You see, the indicator tells me everything I need to do. If you see the market in that form, just leave the market if you can't, for newbies. But if you're a good trader, you know where to buy and you know where to sell, because the ranging also will make money from it as well. So this also happened here. The price action entry, which is this one here, it also happened here. I want to do this. So it also happened here. You can see that this was the zone that was broke. But it crosses over by by. Remember that zone must be tested once. Must be tested once. This was the thing that happened. It crossed over. That is the same thing. Just the same thing. Just the same thing. You have to see the same thing happens here. Happens a lot. Happens a lot. Happens a lot. Happens a lot. So that is how I say using the EMA and the price action. It's not that difficult. You just have to understand. You just have to understand that the market, it won't occur every time. You have to be patient to wait for the entry. You have to be patient to wait for your entry. You have to be patient to wait for your entry, which is this one here. The same thing. The same thing happened here. You can see it. The difference between the selling and the buying is that you wouldn't wait for it to cross over the EMA 10 for the selling. Why selling crash? You wouldn't wait for it. You won't wait for it to cross below this. Just make sure that there is a selling candle. Immediately you see a selling candle, you sell. You won't wait for it to cross the yellow indicator, because on the buying you have to wait for it to cross above the EMA 10, which is the yellow indicator. But for selling, you just have to see a selling candle, so you sell your market and make more money. See, this is the twisting effect I was talking about, the EMA twist. This is it. Just avoid the market. Avoid the market. There is nothing there. You have to avoid the market. Now this was the previous one almost. If it doesn't get to there, just leave it. Just leave it. Just leave it. But I think this would have entered the market around here, but it didn't get to the zone. Almost there. So this is how you use the price action to take your entry. The twisting effect. Twisting effect. Just keep on occurring. If you see this one here, just avoid the market. This is how I make money. This is how I make money for using this. Just have to see it. This one here, the same thing. The same thing. You have to see it around that zone. Selling candle, you sell, you pick. I love scalping. I scalp the market. I scalp the market. So that is it. If you can check other this thing, other pairs. Boom 1000. Let's see if we can find something here. Make sure you go to the higher time frame and see if the market is above the EMA 10, which is if it's below. This is a selling. This is selling. And the time frame, the market is selling. It's on a sell. So you have to wait for market to cross below this and trending below this. This is the twisting effect occurring here. You can see it. You can see the twisting effect I was talking about. Twist, twist, twist. So I just avoid the market. Just avoid the market at that region. The market is ranging, the twisting effect. Now, let's go back to where we had. Let me go to the higher time frame where we had this. From this zone to this zone, you see what I'm talking about. Remember, this on the higher time frame also obey the EMA. The EMA is on the higher time frame. You see, what we are looking at here is that the market is going to go up. This is a higher time frame of the 1 day daily time frame. So of the daily time frame, this is it. You have to wait for market. This market is going to go up, maybe, because trading is all about probability. But whenever time the market gets to this blue indicator, so this signifies going up. or it's going to break down. But I think the market want to make a reversal here. Now let's go. Let me go back. So let's look from this zone here to this zone before the market got to this blue indicator on the daily time frame. Whenever I see the market around that zone, I leave. I wouldn't bother trading. Throughout this week, I've not traded this boom 1000. I'm not traded boom 1000 because it's in the ranging form. Now let's go to where I hope I can go. Okay. Now see what I'm talking about. You have to wait for a break. This is the break. Wait for market to get. The market didn't get formed another one here. This was where the market formed another one here. You see, that is where you sell your market. You sell your market below. Wait again. This was another one. You wait for it. Wait for it. Market didn't get to that zone. There's another one. I wait for it. Wait for this. It didn't get to that zone. It won't happen all the time. It won't happen all the time. See, it didn't get to that zone until before the market made a reversal. Now there was another one, which was this. You just keep on marking your levels, mark your levels, mark your level. Trading requires patience. See, it didn't work around all those times. Just got only one throughout the whole of how many days. So just keep on working on it. I think you're going to get something. You're going to get something. Let's see this. See, market broke above it and came back. Just have to see a reaction there. Just have to see a reaction. Boom. Have to see a reaction. Wait for a break. Just keep on marking your levels. This was it. This was it. Boom. A buying signal. Wait for half retracement. 50% retracement using your Fibonacci or divide the candle to see. Boom. That is how I trade using the price action entry. Price action entry. Let's see other pairs. Let's see crash. Go to the higher time frame. Oh, it's still ranging. The market is ranging. Market is ranging. Market is ranging. But you can still find something, you know. The same thing will happen all the time. Boom. Market closing above. You buy any of this zone, you buy and place your stop loss below here. You will make money. The same thing will happen around this zone. Didn't get it. This was another one. The market broke, crossing over. Place your stop loss here, you make money. So that is it. That is all you have to do. Just mark your entry. I know it doesn't occur all the time. It doesn't occur all the time, but that is one of the best of it. I use it a lot. The price action and the EMA are one of the best. This is one of the best. So the next strategy I will be unleashing is the RSI. It's very important. The RSI entry combined with the price action and EMA 10. These three the price action, the EMA 10 and the RSI, combine these three, you make a lot of money. So the next one I'll be giving out is the RSI entry. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.